beliefs, all of that rubs off on you. If you hang around 5 lazy people, you'll be the 6th. If you spend time with 5 ambitious, hardworking individuals, you'll naturally start adopting their drive and discipline. Your environment shapes your actions, and your actions shape your result. Some people feel guilty about outgrowing certain relationships, but the reality is not everyone is meant to go where you're going. You don't have to cut people off completely, but you do have to be mindful of how much access they have to your mind and energy. If every conversation with someone leaves you feeling drained, doubtful, or uninspired, that's a sign that they are holding you back. Successful people are intentional about who they allow in their inner circle because they know how valuable their time and energy are. There's a difference between loyalty and limitation. Loyalty means you care about someone, but it doesn't mean you have to let them hold you back. Some people will never understand your vision because they weren't given that vision. That's okay. Your job isn't to make them see it, it's to protect it. That means surrounding yourself with people who speak life into your dreams instead of tearing them down. If you don't have a strong circle yet, start by consuming the right content. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch videos of successful people who inspire you. The more you immerse yourself in success, the more your mind starts adapting to that level. Over time, you'll naturally start attracting like-minded individuals who match your new mindset. Your environment is everything. The people you surround yourself with will either push you higher or pull you lower. Be intentional about who has access to your time, your energy, and your mind. Choose wisely because the company you keep is shaping the person you're becoming. Your mind is constantly absorbing information, whether you realize it or not. Every conversation you have, every show you watch, every post you scroll through is feeding your thoughts and shaping your beliefs. If you're not careful about what you consume, your mind will be filled with negativity, distractions, and self-doubt. Most people don't fail because they lack talent or potential. They fail because they've allowed the wrong things to take up space in their minds. Think about what you expose yourself to daily. If you're always listening to gossip, watching drama, and engaging in negativity, that's what your mind is going to focus on. You start seeing the world through a negative lens. You become more doubtful, more fearful, and less motivated. You might not even notice it happening, but over time, your mindset starts shifting in the wrong direction. The things you consume don't just entertain you, they program you. Successful people protect their minds like a fortress. They don't waste energy on things that don't serve them. They are intentional about what they read, what they listen to, and who they surround themselves with. They understand that whatever they feed their mind will eventually show up in their actions, their decisions, and their results. They choose to consume things that uplift, educate, and inspire them. They listen to motivational messages, read books that challenge them, and have conversations that push them forward. Your brain is like a sponge. It soaks up whatever you put in front of it. If you constantly expose yourself to stories of success, lessons from great minds, and powerful affirmations, your thoughts will start to shift. You'll begin to see more possibilities instead of obstacles. You'll start believing in yourself more. You'll feel more motivated to take action. But if all you consume is negativity and nonsense, you'll struggle to break free from doubt and hesitation. Most people underestimate how much their environment affects their mindset. It's not just about what you watch or listen to, it's also about who you allow into your life. If you're surrounded by people who constantly complain, criticize, and spread negativity, that energy is going to rub off on you. You might think you're strong enough to ignore it, but over time, it seeps into your thinking. The same way junk food affects your body, junk thoughts affect your mind. Being intentional about your mental diet doesn't mean avoiding reality or ignoring challenges. It means choosing to focus on things that empower you instead of things that drain you. It means feeding your mind with knowledge, inspiration, and motivation that push you toward your goals. If you want success, you have to train your mind for it. You have to program yourself for growth, confidence, and resilience. What you put into your mind today will shape the person you become tomorrow. Success starts in the mind before it ever shows up in reality. Everything you have ever achieved, everything you will ever accomplish begins with a thought. If you can't see it in your mind first, you'll never hold it in your hands. The problem is most people let their current circumstances dictate their vision instead of using their vision to change their circumstances. They look at where they are right now and assume that's all they'll ever be. But successful people operate differently. They see beyond their present situation. They create a mental picture of the life they want, and they hold on to that image until it becomes real. The way you think determines the way you act. If you believe you are capable, you will take bold steps. If you believe you are limited, you will hesitate, procrastinate, and settle for less. Your brain doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. It only follows the instructions you give it. That's why visualization is so powerful. When you see yourself winning in your mind, your brain starts looking for ways to make it happen. You start attracting the right ideas, the right people, and the right opportunities. Think about athletes. Before they step onto the field, they visualize themselves scoring, winning, and celebrating. They don't just practice physically, they train their minds to expect victory. The same principle applies to life. If you want success, you have to see it before you have it. You have to walk with the confidence of someone who already knows they're going to win. You have to speak, think, and act like the person you are becoming, not the person you used to be. Most people let doubt block their vision. They think, what if I fail? What if it doesn't work? But successful people ask, what if I win? What if this is my moment? They train their minds to focus on possibilities instead of problems. They don't let fear take control because they understand that fear is just a product of the mind. The same energy you use to imagine failure can be used to imagine success. Your subconscious mind is always listening. If you constantly feed it with images of struggle and failure, that's what it will create. But if you fill it with images of success, abundance, and achievement, it will start moving in that direction. That's why it's so important to visualize your goals every single day. See yourself living the life you want. Picture yourself walking into that dream job, driving that car, living in that house, achieving that goal. Feel the emotions as if it's already real. The more you do this, the more your brain will accept it as a possibility. Successful people don't wait for their circumstances to change before they believe in themselves. They believe first, and that belief changes their circumstances. They don't just dream, they mentally prepare for the dream to come true. They see the victory before it happens, and that vision pulls them forward. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. Your future is already inside you. It's just waiting for you to believe in it. Nobody is coming to save you. Too many people sit around waiting for a miracle, waiting for someone to give them an opportunity, waiting for life to suddenly change. But life doesn't work like that. If you want success, if you want to change your situation, you have to take control and make it happen. Nobody is going to knock on your door and hand you the life you want. Nobody is going to do the work for you. It's on you to take responsibility, make a plan, and go after it with everything you've got. People waste years blaming their circumstances, their past, or the people around them for why they aren't where they want to be. They tell themselves stories about why they can't succeed. They say they don't have the right connections, the right education, the right resources. But the truth is, success isn't about what you have, it's about what you do with what you have. The people who make it aren't the ones who were handed everything on a silver platter. They're the ones who refuse to accept excuses. They took what little they had and made something out of it. They figured it out. Waiting will kill your dreams. There will always be a reason to delay, always a reason to hesitate, always something that makes you feel like you're not ready yet. But if you keep waiting for the perfect time, you'll be waiting forever. The people who succeed are the ones who start before they feel ready. They take action even when they're scared. They push forward even when they don't have all the answers. They understand that movement creates momentum. The more steps you take, the more doors start to open.